Okay, so this question is very similar to the last question. And hopefully you remember that the first step when we deal with quadratic simultaneous equations is to focus on the linear, that equation that you can see. So the equation that has no squares involved. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to rearrange this equation to make it x equals or y equals. Here it's easiest probably to do x. So x in this case is going to equal to minus 4y. Okay, I've moved the plus 4y to the other side and made it minus. Okay, so what we need to do now is we need to substitute that value into our top quadratic equation. So that means that I'm going to have, okay, well, instead of x squared, I'm going to have minus 4y squared. Be careful here that I've put this into brackets, mainly because everyone made a mistake here. And we're going to plus y squared, and that's got to equal to 17. Okay, minus 4 squared gives me 16. Y squared plus y squared equals to 17. Okay, 16y squared add y squared, that's 17y squared, isn't it? And that's going to equal to 17. Oh, if I divide through by 17 here, that's going to give me y squared is equal to 1, which means that y is going to equal to plus or minus the square root of 1. Notice here this plus or minus is so important, okay, because it gives us both of our values for y. So one of the values would be when y is 1, and the other one would be when y is minus 1. Okay, and these are my two values for y. So hopefully you can tell me what I need to do next then. I found y. So, brilliant. I have to find the value of x. So I focus on this linear equation because it's the easiest one to substitute into. And what I'm going to say is I'm going to say, right, when y is 1, if I substitute this in, I'm going to have x plus 4y, which is 4 times 1, which is 4, is equal to 0, which means that x is going to equal to minus 4. Okay, what about the other one then, when y is minus 1? So that's going to give me x. Okay, 4 times minus 1 is minus 4, is equal to 0, which means that x has got to be plus 4 in this case. So that gives me my final answers for my quadratic simultaneous equations, and I can write them as follows. When x is minus 4, my value of y is 1, and when x is 4, so when x is 4, I have a value of y to be minus 1. And these are my values for my quadratic simultaneous equation. So hopefully you understood that. There's loads of solutions on the web page that you can have a look at and hopefully get your head around this a little bit more.